Trucks have been piling up in Dover for days. Companies want to replenish their stocks before the hard Brexit. And the Navy is getting ready to protect the waters. The no deal is casting its shadows ahead. Hopes for a Brexit deal are fading. The economy is expecting customs chaos, and the British Navy is already getting ready to protect its waters. With fear, anger and great skepticism, politicians and retailers look to the last days before a possible hard Brexit on January 1st. EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen had low expectations that an agreement would be concluded in time, she said on Friday at the EU summit in Brussels. She does not want to risk giving percentages on how likely she thinks a negotiation will be successful, said von der Leyen according to consistent information from EU circles. But she does not want to raise expectations. The probability of a no deal is greater than that of a deal. Here's an excerpt from the press conference and what she said about Brexit in this press conference before I move on with the video.
Finally, I briefed the leaders on the negotiations with the United Kingdom. Positions remain apart on fundamental issues. On the level playing field, we have repeatedly made clear to our UK partners that the principle of fair competition is a precondition to privileged access to the EU market. It is the largest single market in the world, and it is only fair that competitors to our own enterprises face the same conditions on our own market. But this is not to say that we would require the UK to follow us every time we decide to raise our level of ambition, for example, in the environmental field. They would remain free, sovereign, if you wish, to decide what they want to do. We would simply adapt the conditions for access to our market accordingly the decision of the United Kingdom, and this would apply vice versa. On fisheries, here also we continue to have a gap. We have not yet found the solutions to bridge our differences. We understand that the UK aspires to control its waters. The UK must, on the other hand, understand the legitimate expectations of EU fishing fleets built on decades and sometimes centuries of access. On these and other points, our negotiators are working. We will decide on Sunday whether we have the conditions for an agreement or not. In the meantime, the Commission has proposed 4 targeted contingency measures today. They provide a short-term fix to ensure basic connectivity in air and road transport for 6 months. And we are also proposing to the UK to ensure reciprocal access to each other's waters for next year. One way or the other, in less than 3 weeks, it will be new beginnings for old friends. Thank you.
Thank you.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson was similarly pessimistic. He described Great Britain's exit from the EU without a trade agreement as very, very likely. The prices collapsed on Europe's stock markets. Johnson said on Friday, "It is very, very likely that we will have to choose a solution that I think would be great for the UK and that we could do exactly what we want from January 1st. But he will not break off talks. He wants to continue negotiating." Aha. The negotiations on a post-Brexit agreement should continue until today. The EU Commission has already prognosed emergency measures in the event that a trade agreement is no longer concluded. The BBC reported that Johnson met with his Brexit boss Michael Gove on Friday to get an overview of the consequences of a no deal. I would have liked to be listening into this conversation. In view of the pessimistic remarks by von der Leyen and Johnson, business representatives are now more than ever expecting higher tariffs and other trade barriers from January 1st. The first consequences of the possible no deal can already be seen in Dover. For days, trucks have been jammed for miles in front of one of the most important ports on the English Channel. In many places, containers clog the space. Many companies are trying to replenish their stocks before the end of the Brexit transition phase on December 31st, but there are increasing reports that many ships are not accepting containers and are calling at other ports with more lucrative orders instead. The Toy Manufacturers Association BTHA has already warned that Christmas gifts for thousands of children in the UK might not arrive on time. The Japanese car maker Honda stopped production at its Swindon plant due to delivery problems. Other consequences are foreseeable. The food trade, for example, has to reckon with significantly higher prices. On the average, the BRC Trade Association warned on Friday that tariffs would be more than 20% higher on average on fresh food such as fruit and vegetables from the EU. The fact that a few weeks before the end of the transition phase on December 31st, in which Great Britain is still a member of the customs union and the EU internal market, there is still no treaty is alarming, said BRC expert Andrew Opie. Experts are also concerned that it's still not clear what companies will have to consider in future for trade with the EU and which documents will be required. This is insane, said Sally Jones, a retail expert at EY Consultancy. Although the government has known about it for years, it has taken too long. The British Navy, on the other hand, is apparently already prepared for a hard Brexit. 4 Royal Navy patrol ships would be ready from January 1st to protect Britain's fishing waters in the event of a no-deal Brexit, The Guardian reported, citing naval sources. The 80-meter-long vessels would have the authority to stop, inspect and confiscate all European Union fishing boats entering British waters. 2 ships should be used at sea, the other 2 should be on standby, it said. A Defense Department official told The Guardian that the department had done extensive planning and preparation to ensure the defense was ready for a number of scenarios at the end of the transition period. In the Brexit negotiations until today, the main points of contention also include the fishing rights for EU fishermen in British waters. Because of the stalled negotiations, the regulation of fishing rights between the EU, Great Britain and Norway has also been delayed. The Scandinavian country threatened to close its waters to British and EU boats if it failed. And if you want to stay informed, especially today, because today evening, when there is a result, nobody knows when that will be, I will write and film a video, so it will not be the minute after the result is in, as you might know how long it takes to produce a video, but you will get more information about today's results from me. If they don't talk until tomorrow, then I can't do it today. But if you want to stay informed, subscribe to my channel and to my other 2 channels. I'll see you in my next video. Viel Spaß!